We are back, and we have finally arrived at the moment that everyone has been waiting for. The 2026 Madison Kubb League Championship match. For such a special occasion, we brought in the biggest special guest that we could find. Tonight, we have with us the godfather of North American Kubb, director of the U.S. Kubb National Championship, director of the U.S. 66 Kubb Championship, a.k.a. the Dallas Oktoberfest Tournament, Eric Anderson. Eric, welcome.
Well, this is awesome. Let's go. This is unbelievable.
Did I miss any titles? Is that all?
That's it. That's it.
Lars, you got to be on your best behavior tonight. I don't think the draw for Dallas has happened yet, and this is the guy making the group. So,
yes, sir. The yes, sirs, and thank you very much.
I'm talking to two current champions of Dallas, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
The title
that was a fun one.
Yeah. Dude, I got to get to this league. This has got to be the most beautiful location for any Kubb league in the world.
It being right on the lake is really special. You know, we've kind of outgrown our spot pitch-wise. We're really running out of room, but we don't really want to go anywhere else. So here we are.
Wow.
All right, so here in a second, our championship match participants should pop up. You can see a quick bracket of how we got to where we are. Maybe.
Here you are.
Yeah. There's our bracket. So Porch Pounders versus Kubb Your Enthusiasm. Porch Pounders took out Ragnarok in one semifinal, and Kubb Your Enthusiasm took out Weeby Kubbin in the other semifinal.
Yeah, so it's 6-5 seed in the championship. Love to see it.
Yep. Hey, there's our graphic.
How many times have you won this, Lars?
I think 5.
Porch Pounders are our defending champions, so they're going for a back-to-back victory. And I believe this is Kubb Your Enthusiasm's first trip to the finals.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
I love the unis. Wow.
Both teams.
Yeah, they're classy.
Yeah.
Mark leading off for the Porch Pounders. Mark and Forrest are their two main 8-meter throwers.
Let's go.
Time has begun.
I almost expected that 2 for 2 there after Mark hit that first one.
You'll have PTSD from the semifinal?
Yeah, a little bit from the past couple of years.
Are more teams down there in casting to 1 to try to get that field-based double? Whoa.
You got a potential frozen screen?
Yeah, I got a frozen screen on my end.
Okay, I do too. There.
My guys are playing.
Oh boy. Well, this is fun and interesting.
Mine's going again.
Mine's going.
I'm going 1 for 2.
Porch Pounders in casting here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I might be back.
I've seen this technique before. Oh, nasty.
Yeah, he's got a nice, soft, goofy cut. That's his go-to.
Really focused on the batons.
All right, I'm back. Now we have Brian, who's their main blaster, and then Rick will try to clean up.
And multi-camera views here.
Yeah, just 2. That's all I can handle.
That's multi. More than one is
Yep.
multi.
I don't know what we do with 3 cameras. That would be a little overkill, Jerry, for these viewers.
So we got 4 on this team. They advanced with 4. Do you have a minimum of 3, or can you have 2?
You can have 2.
Okay.
I think we've got like 2 or 3 teams with 2. They've always just played as 4.
Love it.
Yeah.
They've got really defined roles of who's shooting 4s and
There
who's
we
shooting
go.
8s. Mike's got that nice soft.
Oh, I like this. Look at that.
Yeah, 2 really good end casters. Not a lot of cut on either of theirs, but yeah, they both are kind of tend to go a little more goofy cut more often than not.
Kubb, your enthusiasm kind of switches up roles. Normally it's Mike blasting, but we've got Tim here starting off.
That was close. This one's going down. Yep.
With authority.
I felt that. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Couple hot starts here.
Yes. Wow. Ooh. Now, I have no idea who won this. So this is all... I wasn't there.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Kubb, your
As I
enthusiasm
can
has-
attest to, it is very important to get out in front against the Porch Pounders because they can go 4 for 4 on 8 pretty easily if they get the chance.
So this in-casting style with both feet kind of parallel to each other or whatever, do you guys call that the Lars? Or I mean, what do you guys call that down there?
I don't know
You
if there's an official term for it.
We could call it the Lars. We just call Lars the robot, so I don't... we just call this... Is the stance the robot stance or something?
Could be. I don't think
Madison-
robots are the most fluid, but
The Madison League is still 100%, Eric. So this is the last match of Madison League being 100% in. We're switching to 50 next year to match everybody else.
You are? Okay.
Yep.
So it's 100. It has been 100 and now it's going to 50. Okay. That's good.
Correct. Yep. It's been 100 ever since I've been in the league and just never changed it. Until next year.
I won't miss the Kuba doxes. I'll tell you that.
Nice.
Triple.
I've always thought like a Kubadox, if you're going to play the neighbor rule, I feel like the Kubadox should be the neighbor. Is that
Yeah.
crazy? I mean, it's like the
No,
perfect incast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's got to be some sort of rule with it, either like it being able to like fold up on one of the sides and split it in a little bit, or something along those lines.
This is baton. Is this baton 4 here? I haven't.
Yep.
I was focused on.
Yeah, Mark usually is the one that'll pick off the singles. Ooh, that was a tough one. Had a little bit of debris in front there.
Uh-oh. There's baton 6 here.
Yeah.
Right,
He's clear.
He's kind of trying to get through those 2 there, right? Trying to
Yep.
get a clear
Yep.
shot. Oh,
Ooh.
got an advantage line here in the championship game.
And only one on the baseline left. You got to be feeling pretty good here. If you put a decent group, this thing could be over.
I tell you, when I'm in casting with an advantage line, you almost have to double duck because I think your natural feeling is like, oh, we got this. Like you're not maybe as focused on that in cast. Not saying that happened to this guy here because it looks like real tough conditions. But man, sometimes I'm like, okay, focus double now. You know what I mean? Because you get a couple away from you, and next thing you know, you start counting batons really quick.
Yep.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, tough conditions here. Not the best ground, but we worked with what we got.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit dry this night as well. Just seeing a little bit of dust kicked up on some of these end casts.
I'm gonna see if they can get this is a double here would be huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
gigantic.
Pushed it sideways. Nice shot.
Let's go for 1 here, right? No, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, you went hard. Huh? All right. I like.
We got a
this.
call off here.
I like giving him the 2 on this. I like that. I like that play a lot. Yep, nice.
I believe that's the wives of Kubb Your Enthusiasm as their cheering squad.
I love it.
Yeah.
God, what a backdrop too. The Capitol and everything.
Quick
This is
game
best
one.
This is best out of 3. You said,
Yep,
right?
best out of 3.
Yeah. Yep.
They
I
win
think
game 1 on
Madison-
a Porch, you start game 2 and you
Ooh.
already go 1 for 1 here. This will
Yeah.
put a lot of pressure on it right here.
Huge. Wow.
Oof.
Man, that advantage line really can change the momentum of the game, can it? Even not just in that game, but the next set, the next game as well. Dude, your kings are just tough looking too. I love the design of your guys' kings.
Did you hand paint that Madison one on pitch 1?
I 3D printed some stencils so I can spray paint it now.
Oh,
I hand
that's
painted
the
one of
secret.
them, and it
That's a
took
big-
way too long.
Big throw here. Okay. Whoa.
Almost got a little roller.
Yeah.
Nice. I think they'll take a +1 after those. Tough to get a double on that first blast, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to get on the board too after they
Yeah.
start in the whole 0-2.
I tell you one thing, these grounds remind me a little bit of the Eau Claire Kubb League grounds, and it can make you into more of a creative incaster. You know what I mean? Like you really got to work on a lot of things.
I think
Yeah,
it
this side
definitely
in
helps.
particular,
Go ahead, Lars.
Oh yeah, this I was gonna say this side in particular on pitch 1, it's that spot right there is just pretty much dirt. So the last couple weeks I've been like doing a larger cut, but starting on the grass to at least get a more consistent cut, and then kind of working them into that little hole there. But
If I look at the far post,
All right, they can get it 2 here.
I definitely think drilling here improves your ability because you got to learn
For sure.
a bunch of different throws,
Yep.
and then you get
I
up to the grass at nationals or the pre or whatever, and you're like, whoa, this is way different.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think white, blue, and then go out on that one and in on the other maybe.
checking that 100%. That one must be good.
We'll teach Mike about camera awareness next year.
Yep.
We're gonna print a big sign that says "Camera here, don't cover it" while standing these up. That's the 2027 invention.
Yeah. Decent attempt at it. Yeah, you had to take that little bit of an angle to try to get that baton to go right there.
Yep. Nice. I need to get a couple here.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is silky smooth.
On cue.
Yeah. Oof.
He's got the high rotation, but it lands
Yeah.
lands very consistently and kind of slides that last couple feet.
Nice. Yeah, he's got a lot of rotation on it, but it slides in every time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and Forrest for the Porch Farm are just really good at 8s.
Yep.
Lars knows.
Oh, I know. Yep. I know firsthand after they're going 70% in the last couple games they played against us.
pretty good.
So on a weekly basis, is your league, you guys play 1 match or you guys play 2?
We play 2.
Okay. Nice.
We switched to Kubb count this year for the regular season. I thought it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
There's no grass.
It's two game matches in the regular season, and then just best out of 3 once we get to the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, two game matches. Gotcha. Yep. Love it. Yep. Yeah, it's funny at the end of the season for Kubb count. Like if you look at the standings at the end, and you could have moved up a place or something with 1 or 2 Kubbs. Sometimes you remember those Kubbs from earlier in the season. You like that one that wobbled or.
And I compared the standings for like our Kubb count versus what it would have been if we just would have done the old way, and not a whole lot changed. A couple of teams here and there, but standings were definitely more grouped together this way. And I thought it was just a better overall experience especially for like some of the lower teams that wouldn't win games but would knock down 4 or 5 Kubbs and then lose. At least they're getting something out of that now.
Yeah. And the transition went pretty smooth for as far as I was concerned. You just explained it the one time, and people used the little clipboards, the little pens, and everyone had it all figured out. We'll wait till the audit over the winter to make sure the jury entered everything incorrectly. But
Yeah.
Did you notice any difficulty at Nationals switching to the Kubb count system?
Not on our end. I mean, we had 2 mistakes, I think, underneath the tent, but it was people reported their numbers opposite. But
Oh.
the fact that we post them on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, they were able to see that, which worked out really good. So on our end, thankfully, we didn't have anything, but I think maybe it was just one game. Somebody came up and they said, "Oh, it was I don't know, 12 to 10 or something, but it should have been the other way."
Yeah, it's not bad at all for the amount of matches that you guys have going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more adding of numbers,
Yeah.
So we're going to change up a couple things underneath the tent next year to make it a little bit more efficient on our end. But yeah, and we got good. I think we got a lot of good feedback from it. Nice.
And they're very generous. Brian's throwing 3 here, so that is an option for teams where they can have one player throw up to half of those batons. But
Okay, yeah. Can you throw 3 in a row down there?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're really good. If someone's hot or if someone knows they can hit something, they're really good. It's just like that one. Good throw by
Give him 2 batons.
Rich there. Yep. Take the lead.
I like how he stepped up to get it, though. I think he's going to get this one. Oh, I was wrong. I like the confidence when he went up there and just took that baton,
Yep. Yeah, Force is on my team. He gets an 8 every single time, no matter what.
How many teams did you have this year in the league?
We had 2016. No.
Wow.
24 teams, yeah.
Wow.
We were going to have 26, but a couple people moved and we had to combine some teams. So
Oh, there's the one.
That's got to be I'm guessing that's the second largest in the country, huh?
yeah, I think so. We're going to claim it.
Yeah.
We have
Claim
room
it.
for
Claim it until somebody else tries to take it.
Right?
We have room for 2 more pitches. That's it. I measured them out this year. So 28's our max. We'll try to fill that next year.
Yeah.
That could work, yeah. Like a relay. A relay with the baton. Oh.
A nice pile right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that last free throw. Mike and those goofy cuts right in. Those make me nervous. Goofy cutting on the second throw, especially when it's kind of just over the pin.
Nice.
Good double.
There's a little triple here, I think. Oof. Oh, almost got that one. Wow. That was unfortunate. That was a good throw.
Good throw.
Nice. We got 2 left.
1 left.
1 left.
This one.
It's tough. Sometimes you start taking 4 or 5 batons to clear, and guys on the team aren't getting a whole lot of opportunities at 8s, and maybe you're not throwing one each turn or only one. That's what I think the game has really turned into, man. It's having to you got to clear quick. You know what I mean? And you got to get those opportunities that if you have a 3-person team, you got to get that middle person throwing at least one. If you get that middle person throwing 2 8s and have that last person just constantly not having to worry about clearing, that is a huge, huge advantage.
Yeah, especially with the percentages increasing of people hitting 8s. If you can get to those 8s and have a decent percentage, you can take care of business pretty quick.
I mean, you basically got to be a 50% 8-meter shooter these days, right?
Yep.
The best of the best, the guys that are going through third are shooting at least 50.
Yeah, they're always hitting something, it seems like.
That was one thing when I was watching the World's singles when Dan Corey, made that run, and I was watching him, and like his his recipe is kind of clear in two and go 50%.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound that hard, you know. But
In theory, yeah.
yeah, in theory, but it is, you know.
Yeah, that was
Real head
impressive.
spin on this one.
Watching some of those 1v1s at Worlds, just how many
Yeah.
eights those guys hit.
I'm expecting that out of you two next July here.
And it took the middle out there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hit that left one potentially, just to kind of clip that one and then maybe have the
This
baton go
could
right
get-
and do a little damage.
This is a big throw here, isn't it? He's moving down a little bit, seeing if he can get a little have the
Luck
baton.
action, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He threw that with confidence.
Rick's really good at picking up singles.
Ooh, that was almost a double.
Good try.
There we go. Right on cue.
Yep.
So you're like just one 8 shot here, huh? Nice. That's
Huge
huge.
count.
+1.
As you can see, Mike likes to keep them all in the same color.
I love it. This is okay. I'm gonna throw something out there for me. I always throw with the light colored paint in my hand.
Oh.
Really?
I never throw. Maybe one time a year I accidentally do it, but I always throw with the white or the
Lighter color.
light colored. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's even a whole nother level of color coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Split these and go white and then blue, or
I think so.
Yeah, I think they're a little too close together to be going the same one color.
Hit the, I'm gonna try to get that blue one to go back.
Yeah.
And hit the white. Yeah.
This is the part I love about
Make sure I'm in
3+
on the side.
person teams and just that communication, that talking, that talking it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun. That was a good throw.
almost got the triple, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that baton was gonna get back there, but
And now they got to come over and
Left side.
Yeah, they got a
Try to-
lefty at least in Joel. But
yeah. Well, they tried. Yeah. You had to do that though, right? And try to get some action with that. This one too. Uh-oh.
that was when it gets scary.
Yeah, it does.
You got your couple batons left. You know you need at least one
They
double.
need to get something here. Uh-oh.
I don't know how you pick up all of them.
Yeah. I think I throw out that front one and kind of from almost the pin and just try to blast it and get a little lucky, but
Ooh,
That's a good double.
okay.
Yeah, there's one.
Where's he going to come
you got
from
that.
here, I wonder.
angled Kubb. So you almost
Yeah.
need the baton to kind of hit and go end over end.
Come on, buddy. Oh,
Okay.
Really good attempt.
Exact same situation.
yeah.
They got one baseline left, short porch.
Yeah, you're right. That's right there.
Need that extra focus, like Eric was saying on this drill. Double
Mhm.
concentration.
Did
Yeah,
they
especially when you're
start?
down one game.
Did they start 2 for 2 in this game too? The team on the right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, then I think Porch Founders came back with +1.
Yep, that's
of their
right.
4
Yep,
baton.
Yep. This could be. He's hoping that was out. Yeah. Uh-oh. Who's that kid? I love it. There you go. Do you guys walk up there with your crew and just be like, okay, let's try to figure out how we clear this in like 3 batons? Is that what you guys kind of do right now when you go up there?
Yeah, I'm a big
stretching.
baton counter. So I'll
Yeah,
count
yeah.
backwards, king, base, and then what do we got to do? And
Yep,
what kind of risk are we willing to take on some of these shots? Or
for sure.
if we've got enough batons, we're doing
Yep,
safe stuff for the most
yep.
part.
This is a big first throw here, isn't it?
Yeah, I like starting on the outside one, seeing maybe you pick something else up, and you can figure it out after this first throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this one's kind of a wild card.
Oh,
It could, there we go.
gigantic. That's huge.
He's got those long arms.
That helps.
Yep.
Man, he made that look really easy.
Yeah.
Give him another.
That looked really hard on the screen, and I'm sure it was. He just made it look really easy.
Ooh.
That's best case scenario right there.
Yeah, 3 batons for that pile for sure. He needs the pressure.
That's a big throw. There you go. This is to tie it up, right?
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Porch Pounders win game 2. All
going
coming
to
down to
3.
one game. They have more than the
think Porch
standard
Pounders
45
start.
minutes. Yep, Porch Pounders start. I was worried about them going to time because 45 minutes, but we give the championship match a little more time.
Do you guys
Oh,
have a
yeah.
time limit then for this one, or?
We said like an hour or so.
Okay. Do you guys have to be out of there at a certain time, or it's just like darkness and?
It's darkness.
Yeah.
I think if I remember right when I edited this, it gets a little dark by the time this one ends. So
Mhm.
See, I'm seeing more teams at the Eau Claire Kubb League do this with their one in cast as well, trying to get that field-based double.
Ooh. It definitely feels like that's the way it's going. You watch like
It does.
Trevor Bailey, like
Mhm.
always going for field-based doubles on singles now because he throws so hard. It's just
Yeah.
the best of the best are just going for that more and more.
Come on, buddy, get this. Oh. That's the thing too. It's like you almost feel like sometimes your competition is so good, and they are, that you got to find that extra baseline somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That one edge that can tilt the game a little bit.
Yeah. Tears Trey does not have that throw in our toolbox yet. I'll tell you that. I mean, I can
Yeah,
do
that's
it,
one
but
where-
I feel like the risk is too much for the reward for me still. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't even try to do it. I just kind of throw hard at it. And the way that I hit singles, I tend to hit them kind of with the tail. I can kind of plan that a little bit so that baton still has the momentum, kind of hits it with the tail and then kind of goes end over end. But it's not something I actively like practice. Because yeah, sometimes I'll just hit it really solid and it'll just send the Kubb back there. But
Nice. Man, this could really put him in the corner. Wow.
oof.
Wow.
There's the Porch Pounders.
Yep, the
That's
plus
what they can
3
do to teams. Yeah.
and quickly. Do you keep stats on this one, Jerry, or
I did not. I only watched it once.
okay?
I tell you what, too, going to 3 is really good for these teams too, to get that, those reps in tight games. You know what I mean? And then you travel to tournaments or different things, other tournaments, and I think those experiences are just so beneficial.
Yeah, you can practice as much as you want and play as many games, but yeah, when you're in a tournament like this or a championship game, there's just a whole nother level to it.
Blue or white? I'm going blue. I'm trying to leave that one as maybe a single. That's just me, but then maybe I'm creating a triple. What do I know? I don't know.
Yeah, the white. Yeah, you go white, then you kind of try to force a longer angle. Sometimes I
that's
don't
true
mind
too.
at least trying that to get people to get that little added distance. Definitely makes a difference. And on this pitch, it feels a little bit uphill when you're throwing from kind of that middle up towards the blasting area. It's a great double though.
Wow.
Oh, what do I know?
They could. They could tie it up right here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. They can get if they can get 2 here, they'll. Oh, come on. Oh, been there, done that. You get a couple of beautiful clears,
Yep.
you get 4 sticks, and you're just like, let's go, and you don't go anywhere.
Yep, we've all done it. I don't think anyone out there has not done that at least once.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing feels worse either as an 8-meter thrower in that situation. When your
Oh,
blaster
yeah.
takes
Agreed.
2 awesome throws, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, just go 50% here, and you can't do anything.
We got an opportunity to finish this off.
Yeah, it's 2 decent second throws here, and looking at a pretty good pile.
Nice. Come back. Yep.
Yeah, they're very controlled. Yeah, that kickback with how dry it was. I mean, yeah, that's a good time to go over top of the pile and just kind of let them come back into the pile there.
You don't see a lot of people with that skill to be able to do that. That's a good one to have, that's for sure. I don't know what you do on that, but I like to kind of, obviously, a little bit higher trajectory and angle that Kubb a little bit higher up and have it try and bounce back.
Yeah, if conditions are decent, yeah, I probably would go over the top with like a slight goofy cut just to make sure that nothing funny happens. But Rick is definitely good at that skill. Yeah, that hole, Jerry, we might need to do a little off-season maintenance on that one.
That's a Jen's.
I wonder if we just get a couple pieces of sod and Jens can just kind of tear those up a little, sod them in.
Nice.
Yeah, we're definitely running out of spots to put pitch 1. We can go back towards the bar a little bit, but there's just dead grass spots from. I think people dancing all over the place.
Oh yeah, because they use this for a lot of things, don't they?
Yeah, there's bocce there. There's like concerts that play right where our camera's at now, so people are close by dancing. The wind was in play.
Yeah, it was.
Boy, yeah. You tell me Porch Pounders have 3 batons with 1 baseline left. I'd say that's over 60% of the time. 60 plus.
Kubb Your Enthusiasm needs a good pile here, I think. Backs up against it. It's basically now or never.
Yeah, you almost have to clear in 2 again, just to, because the Porch Pounders baseline clear, you got to put some pressure on.
Yeah, you do. I feel like you got to at least give them 8, right, to throw. All right.
Lars, maybe you don't play next year. You just stand by the camera and tell people not to block when they set it up.
Just take a season off.
Yeah.
I don't know if William will be able to throw a baton by then. He'll be my sub, but.
See what it looks like.
You guys have... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I have nothing important to say, so whatever you got.
It looks like you guys got like families out there and everything, huh? I mean, it looks like just a nice mix of people there.
Yeah, people definitely bring some families along. I know for at least this week, Kubb Your Enthusiasm had all their wives there, and they've got a couple of kids. And
awesome.
Yeah, there's plenty of spots just to hang out, and yeah, you got picnic tables. We got teams that have like 12 players on them that rotate through.
The Porch Pounders' wives are on a separate team, wives and a couple other friends. So it's a lot of family stuff here. Big throws here, isn't it? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, getting this double on the right would be nice. Then you could at least have a chance for the. Ooh.
Come on. Well, if he can get this double, he got 2 back there.
Ooh.
Pressure spot for Tim here.
Yeah. That's a tough 5.5 meter-ish throw. Good play.
All right, 6 in play, huh? This is for the 2026 championship.
Go
This
back to
is
back.
it. Yeah, back-to-back titles for the Porch Pounders. They can clear this and 1 king. Clear 6 and 1 king.
Do you guys remember how you guys did against Porch Pounders this year in season?
I think we lost both times. I think we lost in season, then lost in the tournament to them.
I went 1-1 against them in the regular season.
Ooh.
My team was a mix of 3 people some weeks, 6 people the other week. So we might have been a 3-person team that week, and then the next week a 6. So you never know. All right, good pile.
This is a nice group.
Mm.
Oh.
Nice shot, John.
That's a tough single to pick out of there.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Maybe a little bit of nerves here.
Yeah.
This is a big throw here. Oh,
Wow.
that was huge. That front one looks like a little diamond. Do you see that too, or?
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't think that's an easy double.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
This is
Turned
the
into a
on 6,
left.
right?
turned into a pressure clear situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
They have life. I had already
Yeah.
given them the trophy.
I would have bet my life savings that would have been it.
Man, and that was a nice group, but you know that first one, it's just off by what, half a centimeter or something. It was a good throw, just off by a little bit. And,
Yeah, it took out the middle and then
yeah.
spiked one, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble.
A little bit spread on this one.
We all agree they got to do something on the back line in this turn, though, right? They got to find.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta pick. You
You're not
got
gonna get another-
at least 2.
Yeah.
You're not going to get
Pounders
another.
aren't going to give
Yeah.
them a chance. Yeah.
No. I don't know if you can get the 3 closest to us by hitting that front one.
Yeah. Yeah, you think you start on the front and hope something happens.
All right.
So this one, I think if you pound it through, you probably could get at least a chance at getting that back one.
I think I'm going to give
I'd probably-
that white one the first. Yeah, this is right.
Yeah.
Good throw.
Yeah.
All right, times 6 again.
Well, at least you pick one up there. Even though you missed the front one, that getting that back one is huge, especially. Ooh.
Oh,
All right, they're gonna. Porch Pounders are moving up to that porch.
Now it's
yeah.
yeah.
Now I think. Now I.
Now
think
you betting your life
polish up
savings,
the-
Jerry?
Yeah.
I lost it all in the last bet, so yes. The little I've got now, I would bet again.
I could front you a few bucks.
I think you can start polishing up that trophy now. Do you guys have a trophy down there for the winning team, or like a
Yeah, we
put
have
your name on it or something?
the Aaron Berry Memorial. Aaron Berry's the one who started the league, so
That
He's
is
getting-
close to my heart. Yeah, that's awesome.
thing. It'll show up with the winner in a brief picture, I believe. If I
Okay.
remember how I edited this.
Yeah, I want to see that. What a great guy Aaron was, man.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh, the first tournament we had ever played in was I think Madison in 2014.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was my first time playing.
I maybe played with Aaron and Dave Elringer in that one. I know I played with him one time. Oh, that's
Five for
Okay.
the king.
Porch
Yeah.
Pounders. There it is. Champions.
That's fitting. With BJ wasn't there last year for their championship win, so it was nice to see him get to finish it off there.
At 2026 Madison Coupe League champions, the Porch Pounders, back to back.
Wow.
Back to back.
MVP. Oh, there it is there.
Yeah, there's our big trophy.
Oh, I like that. That is.
It's a
what
little
great photo.
dangerous, with the spikes, but
Yeah.
so that wraps up our Madison Coupe League 2026 season. We're going to talk to Eric here about some of his tournaments once these graphics pop up, but congrats to the Porch Pounders.
Yeah. Congratulations, Porch Pounders.
So while we have Eric here, we wanted to talk a little bit about Dallas. Eric,
Let's go.
is there
Yeah.
still one spot left?
One spot. We'd love to get another Madison team, but we're open to anybody. So we have one spot left. So we were at 24 teams. I believe it was in 2019. We were at 24 teams. Then we only maxed out at 20 since then. But this year we extended it or opened it up to more teams, and we got a couple additional teams. So we have room for one more.
My question about that is, are the pitches going to be even closer, or are you going to move to somewhere else?
They're going to be on top of each. They're going to be overlapping.
Like Venn diagram pitches.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So I drove up there 2 Sundays ago. Just drove up there, put a podcast in, brought my tape measure and everything. And the tournament the past couple of years has been a fundraiser for or the event. The whole Oktoberfest has been a fundraiser for their new park playground equipment. And so they actually ripped out the tennis courts. So the tennis courts are no longer there.
Oh.
And the north half of the tennis courts are grass, or trying to be
Nice.
grass. And then the south side of the tennis courts are where all the new playground equipment is in. They did keep that old metal slide. So
Slide.
they kept that.
Oh,
Yeah, they
man.
kept that. So, and so what we're going to do is that area that is along the road where people usually put a couple tents there, we're going to put 2 pitches there, and then we're going to have kind of like the athlete village, if you will, or that kind of back where the tennis courts were. So that's kind of the only way. The area where they're putting grass in on the tennis courts, it's still, we don't want to play Kubb there right now. So
Yeah.
so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to move those like 2 or 3 tents and just have that be back further to the west where the tennis courts were, and that's where we'll have all the teams with their tents and everything like that. So that's where we're going to put the additional 2 pitches. So
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Some people always complain about how close our Madison Coupe League pitches are, and I tell them they're not Dallas close, so I don't want to hear any
Yeah.
complaining about it.
No.
I don't hear any complaints
No.
about it.
Yeah, I think we're at like 1 meter on some of them. It's pretty short. So,
Yeah,
but it's the only way it fits. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you don't take less teams, because it's my favorite tournament to go to. So the more
Yeah.
teams, the better.
yeah.
But
And
being
that's
in
what we
one of
want,
those
yeah.
middle, when you're on the inside baselines, you're getting
Mhm.
all kinds of shrapnel from every court that's,
Yep.
every court that's
It's tight.
around.
It's
You gotta
tight.
keep your head on the swivel.
I wish
Yeah.
there was a way we could kind of just flatten, because there's a couple of pitches on the south end that are, a little bit of a slope, but not
Yeah.
too bad, but a little bit of a slope. But it'd be nice if we could kind of flatten it and everything. But I think if we did that, the grass would all get ruined and everything. So, yeah, no, we're super excited, and yeah, so it's gonna be a great day, and I think they're having the same things that they had last year, in the sense of the beer sales and the brats and the lefse, and if it's a nice day, I think all the vendors will be there. I told them the one time, I said there's been 3 or 4 years, if not more, where there was nobody in the park except for Kubb players. When it was really, really cold, or that one year where it rained really, really bad. and everybody shows up each year, so it's awesome. And as you can see on this graphic here, I mean, it's the 18th Oktoberfest Kubb
That's
tournament, so
crazy.
super excited about that. So
I'm looking forward to hopefully having some more pickles. That was a nice treat last
uh,
year.
I made them. They're in
Yeah.
they're in my pickle fridge. So I think I made them like 3 weeks ago. So I'll be bringing up pickles for the top four teams, and then the top team in the silver bracket and the top team in the bronze
Nice.
bracket. So yep, they'll be there for you.
So six
All
out
right.
of 6 out of 24, we got a 25% chance to get them, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Yep,
I
exactly.
like those odds.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just a kind of a nice little, I don't know. That's the thing I like about all these tournaments, Lars. I mean, you do that down in Stoughton and everything. I mean, it's just
Mhm.
fun to have something unique at each of these tournaments, and
Yep.
the pickles are kind of one of the unique things about Dallas, especially now we don't have the cannon blast, those types of
Mhm.
things. Um, but I like taking video of the people when they start eating the pickles, and it's kind of a fun thing. So
I always look forward to the Dallas video that comes out after because
yeah,
there's not that many teams. It's always a really good, really well put together video that you do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So
And there's just something about 6v6 Cube that is very frustrating and very fun at the same time.
dude, I mean, when you drive there and you think to yourself, I might only throw, I don't know, 60, 70 batons the whole day.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what the number is. And yet most people will say it's the most fun, and it's just, yeah, it's so much fun. And just, it's, like you said, everybody's so close together, especially, in the middle. And it feels like you're just surrounded by thousands of people.
Hmm.
It's a good time.
That was all I had on Dallas. And Lars, did you have anything else?
Nope.
All right, we can talk about the 2027 Nationals now.
Let's
Twen-
go.
20th year. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
How old
Yep.
are your
Yep.
daughters? Are they 20? They're like right around that age. So you've been
Yeah.
doing it
I
their
mean,
entire lives?
yeah. Cecilia was born in 2007. So, I mean, this year would be 21, except, we didn't have it in
Oh,
2020.
yeah,
Um,
COVID. Yeah.
and we did have Dallas in 2020. So Dallas caught up by 1 year. But, um, yeah. So 20th year celebration, kind of, we really want to brand it as being like, the 20th family reunion, when
Hmm.
Fireside Productions, put out that video when they were asking people about the championship, and just Kubb is, just the Kubb community as a whole. So many times, we hear it's a family reunion or a reunion amongst our community and people and our friends and everything. So really we're gonna be sending out emails. I have email lists back for probably over 14, 15 years, and just if people have been here one time, and that was in 2017 or something. I'm going to send everybody an email, and just like, we'd love to have you come back. Trying to get my buddy Ethan Stapp and Jenny Stapp to come. And as you know, Ethan, he made the Stapp King.
Hmm.
I'd love to have them come and participate, and really trying to get people to come back a second time or third time or fourth time, and trying to get a lot of new teams as well. So we're expanding the size if needed. So we'll have a lot more room for people to play if we get to a number above 144.
And open to international teams for the
Yeah.
first time. Do you
Yeah.
have any sense of how many international teams might make the trip? Is that something that or you can talk about, I guess? Because I'm very curious to see
Yeah.
if some of those really good teams come over.
Yeah. I really hope. I've heard from a couple German teams, and one of them's like a more of a recreational team, and they're planning on coming over, which is great. That's what we want to, is we want people to come over and experience, Eau Claire and the championship, and meet all these people and everything. And we've been reaching out to the teams that do have, social media presence, and just letting them know that we're inviting them. We want them here. We're adding the 1v1 tournament. We're working with Visit Eau Claire to put a list of activities and events together during the week. obviously there's a lot of activities and events over in the Twin Cities as well. So we want to really promote those. So I don't really have a feel right now of how many international teams are going to be coming. But we're going to work really, we being our board and, that is, we're going to work really, really hard and letting everybody know that everybody's welcome, no matter your skill level. And we'd love to host you. We're going to try to have host families or teams, to have the tent and the chairs and coolers and maybe even have people stay with people, at their houses and everything. We've had people volunteer for that already. So try to make it as easy as possible for people to come over and play. So,
Yeah, lower any barriers for them to come over. Yeah, it'd be cool just to, as much Kubb as I watch on YouTube and streaming and stuff, it'd be, cool to see a lot of those teams that I see online quite a bit over here.
Yeah. And this is, we're committing it to this year. We want to get feedback from people and see what people think afterwards. But for sure, the 1v1, we don't have any plans to host that in 2028 and beyond. So that's going to be probably a 1-year thing. And then with the international teams, it's kind of that one opportunity right now, as we know, to come over with your whole team or majority of players being international, to come over and play. So,
Yeah, I know Kubb's kind of in a weird spot where the European Championship has to be majority European players, and ours the U.S. Championship has to be majority of U.S. players. So there's no like true international. There's the Worlds in Sweden 6v6, but no like true international 3v3. So I'm excited. I hope, like you said, I hope a bunch of international teams come that can figure out a way to make the trip, and it'd be real fun to see. You watch some of those international teams when they play in the European Kubb Championship, and man, they're really good over there. So
for sure,
some real good competition.
And I think too is that I think if people come over, what we as a board, what we felt was that there was a missed opportunity. Like obviously there's the World Championship, and I'm sure there's other tournaments that I'd be more than happy to welcome, American teams over there or international teams over here. But the big ones, the European Championship and us, we just felt like there was still a little bit of a void of an opportunity for people from both sides of the Atlantic. And, like there's the Japanese Kubb League or, tournament and a championship, and Hong Kong and all that too. So, but what we wanted to do is we wanted to create an event, just that one time to really have that opportunity where people would, be able to get together and meet each other and try to build relationships and do that. So that was the big thing for us, is we really wanted to provide that venue and that opportunity for people to do that. And again, like you can see on here, one thing we want to do is, okay, if hopefully there's going to be more teams here that are higher level and just more teams in general, and giving 32 teams that opportunity to come back on Sunday instead of the 16. And I would guess that would be probably a one-time thing as well, moving forward. But really wanted to give people a better opportunity to play 3 days if they play in the 1v1, as opposed to just 1 day without the 1v1 and then only 16 teams coming back on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot more pressure on my team to make Sunday now that you doubled the field. We've been a T7T team like 3 or 4 times, so now we got to make it to that same level. They're putting some pressure on us.
It's really cool too, because I think I'm not sure what people think about 32 teams that would return on Sunday, but I went back and I looked at the bracket, and you can go online and look on our results page, and we have the big board on there, and you just look at those 32 teams, and now you have 8 groups of 4, and there's some groups of 4 even in the round of 32. I don't know who would come out of it. And there might be 3 or 4 teams out of those 4 that have a chance to advance. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for some teams that normally don't get to Sunday, just because, maybe you lose 2-1 2 years in a row or something, and they're close matches, but you haven't been to Sunday, but to get there and try to make a run. So I think that will be fun for a lot of teams.
I'm excited for the pre next year because the draw is going to be as important as ever with 32 teams making it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be with that draw. We're going to take, what we've done is that we've committed to with international teams for those top international teams. So to kind of spread them out in the quarters. So let's say there's, I don't know, let's just say there's 8 international teams that come over from Europe that are, really good teams. We're not going to just randomly put them in the draw and have them maybe all be in the same half for the same quarter. So we'll split them up just like we split up our top 32 teams from this year. So that draw is going to be an interesting draw. That's for sure.
Bracketology will be on a whole nother level this year.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. And this picture kind of shows part of what we're going to do. I don't know if you guys are interested or not, but if we do go up, and again, 144 teams is a lot. Like, even to get to 140 again would be, that's still a lot of teams. But if we do expand, what we're going to do is we're going to have the pitches go over on the screen here to the left. So go on to field number 2. So all the tents then won't be where they're at along that left side there, which is the east side of the field. And so there's that little dip where like the second and third row of tents are. So all the tents will be on the opposite side of that. And then we'll have a row or 2 if needed on field 2 for the championship. And then the 1v1 is going to be on field 9, which is behind the field that we're looking at in the screen here. So kind of on the other side of the pre-field, that's where the 1v1 will be. It's because we don't want to eat up all the fields in a 1v1 tournament and have people come and have the fields all already beat up and everything. So
yeah, it's nice to get a lot of options around that park.
Yeah, we're super fortunate. And I mean, I met with the city probably in February or March this year. So, well before the championship, and just kind of talked to them about what our ideas were, and they're all in favor of it. And they said, they'll work with us. They can't rest, all 3 fields. So they're not all going to be in the same condition as field 1, but, they're, really supportive of what we're trying to do, and we're going to work with them. And so it's going to be good. So
nice.
So I'm going to have to move my tent because we're always in like that second or third row where the dip is. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You might be a front row team again.
I think the last question I had about nationals, how long have you been like working on this plan to bring international teams to host a 1v1? This feels like a more than like you're just throwing it together sort of process. So how long has the board been discussing ideas, I guess, for the 20th year sort of deal?
We've been talking about it, I think, for probably 2 or 3 years. One idea was to do it this past year, but Pat and Gina weren't here. They were gone this year for the championship, and we really wanted to make sure that they're here. They're a big part of what we do, being on the board and everything. And then just having them help, because it's if it does expand, then we're going to need make sure all hands on deck. But we've probably been thinking about what we want to do and when we want to do it for probably 3 years. And then we kind of internally kind of made that commitment that it was something that we really wanted to do. And so we met, I think, probably 3 separate times just to kind of go over it and think of all the things that we would need to do, and if we would have the resources of those for volunteers, and make sure it was okay with the city. And then once we got the go ahead with the city and we knew that we could do it, then we decided that we were going to do it. And then it was important to us to get that out as soon as we could. So that's why we let everybody know actually well before even the 2026 championship. So
yeah, it makes sense. Any international team needs to plan ahead, start saving up some money to make the trip. So
yep.
Well, that is all I had on Nationals and Dallas. Lars, did you have anything else?
That's all I got. Thanks for joining us, Eric. That was
Man,
fun.
this is awesome. Man, thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you guys down at the U.S. Kubb Club Championship in a couple weeks. So
Yeah, going to be on opposite sideline of Lars. He's teaming up
Yeah.
with Stoughton for that. So
Yep.
three
Oh,
separate
really?
teams.
Stoughton
Yeah.
team.
Okay, I
Yep.
didn't know that. Okay, awesome.
That is all we have. Thank you to everyone. Eric, thanks for joining for sure. We will have you back next yeyear, whether
Okay.
around Nationals or at some point. It's been a blast.
I love it.
Thanks to all of our viewers who watched in 2026. We will be back in 2027 with editing mistakes and everything else. So
Yep.
that's all I got.
Everything they could ever want.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Keep on Kubbin.